In this video, I'm gonna show you an indicator that will help you decide whether to open a trade right now or if it's better to skip it. This indicator shows whether it's safe to trade at the moment or not. If you want more details, then watch this video until the end, and I'll share all the main points there. So, let's get started. For example, I'm choosing the first currency pair, Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. There's a good payout here, good movement, and I want to get a signal for this currency pair. I select this currency pair and set the trade time to 1 minute. And now I just wait for my signal. I receive a buy signal. Next, I observe that the CCI indicator is within the working range. And next, we'll talk about which situations you should skip and in which ones you should open a trade. But I'll say right away, right now, the price is at a safe level, or more precisely, the CCI indicator is. It's within the range from 100 to minus 100. Accordingly, here I can open my trade very safely. And since Booster Bot tells me to open a buy trade, I understand that this trade is safe. So my algorithm with this indicator should look as follows. First, I receive a signal either to buy or to sell. Then I go to the platform and check where the CCI indicator is located. If we see that the CCI indicator value is in the middle or within the working range from minus 100 to 100, then we open our trade. This will be a fairly safe move. And next I'll show you situations where it's better to skip trades. Even if Booster Bot has already given you a signal, it still won't be safe, and we'll look at such examples. But the most important thing we can see right now is that if the CCI is within the working range, we open our trade. So how do you add this indicator? It's very simple. We go to indicators, and here we select the CCI indicator. We add it to the chart, and after that we don't need to adjust anything. We immediately have the default settings ready. We leave the period at 20, and in the style tab we keep everything the same. Our indicator is set up. The only thing we might do at this stage is to make our main line a bit bolder, which will help us see it much more clearly and avoid any mistakes. That's really all we need to do for now. There's nothing complicated about it. Once that's done, we're fully prepared and ready to start working, so we can earn safely and confidently with Booster Bot. By the way, right now you can activate this bot simply by following the link in the description. You just need to go through the entire instruction it provides you. This literally takes just 5 minutes of your time. And if you have any questions, then subscribe to our Telegram channel, where you'll find even more guides to help you earn. In short, I'll leave all the useful links in the description, and we move on. The next currency pair is the British Pound and Japanese Yen. I go back to Booster Bot, select this currency pair, and choose a 1 minute trade duration. Next, I'll show you the settings for a 3-minute trade as well. This is also very important. And I get a buy signal. I open the broker and see that the price is currently in the lower range in the minus 100 zone. That's why I'm not going to open this trade right now. I'll skip this signal. And let's immediately talk about where we open our trades and where we don't. If the price is in the middle zone, at the yellow line for example, right here, then we open our trades. If suddenly the price, or more precisely the CCI indicator value, is above 100 or below minus 100, then we do not open trades. These are exactly the two ranges. So if the price, we don't open those trades. I recommend you remember this. So if the indicator value is here, we don't trade, we only trade in the middle. Please remember this, as it will ensure your safety in trading. The currency pair is British Pound to Canadian dollar. I go to Booster Bot, select this currency pair, and set the trade duration to 1 minute. And I receive a sell signal. Since the CCI indicator value is currently in the middle, I can safely open my sell trade. What exactly does the CCI indicator do? At any given moment, it shows us the ratio of sellers to buyers. If, for example, buyers have overdone it and overbought the asset, meaning there are no sellers left and no one left to buy the asset, then accordingly, the CCI will be in the upper zone. If sellers have overdone it and there are no buyers left, meaning there's no one left to sell this asset, then accordingly we are in the lower zone, and thus we are in a kind of balance. In other words, the closer this line is to the value of 50, or more precisely to 0 on the CCI, the safer the trade will be. We can see the value 0. It's very rare, but right now it's approximately like that. This means it's the perfect balance between buyers and sellers when everything is balanced in the market, and accordingly trades work out perfectly. So what's bad about these zones? The problem is that we can have a situation where, for example, the CCI indicator goes beyond a certain certain value, like it did here, and then there's a sharp drop. So even if Booster Bot analyzes everything and gives us a buy signal, telling us to open an upward trade, that's what can happen. But at some point, a huge seller might come in and start selling everything, and that's something no professional trader or trading bot can foresee. And it's important to understand that. And it is precisely these values that we provide ourselves with. You can even apply this to your regular trading. In other words, work and open only the safest trades when the CCI indicator is in the middle. Let's look at another example. The currency pair is Euro US dollar. I go to Booster Bot and after a moment select this currency pair. I get a sell signal and I open a sell trade right from here. Here the CCI indicator is at 47. That's a fairly safe entry point. Let's watch how this trade plays out. And as you can see, yet another excellent trade brings me $1,100, so we can draw some conclusions. If the CCI indicator is in the middle, it's a very safe trade with a calm and predictable market. But if the CCI indicator goes beyond its extreme values, then it's better not to open trades. Just look at the kind of price spikes that happen in these situations. So, what happened here at that moment? There was a perfect balance in this segment where buyers and sellers were trading with each other, and then at some point a very strong buyer comes in and accordingly starts buying heavily, first once and then a second time. And as a result, we get a situation like this. After that, the market moves sideways again. In other words, these are very large players who have left their mark here. So if we had, for example, done an analysis here and entered a sell trade, then at the moment we saw such an impulse, most likely we wouldn't have opened a trade at all. But based on the analysis, for example, it would have been possible to open a short position here. But as you can see, sometimes buyers and sellers have their own opinions, and impulses like this happen, which no one is completely protected from. So trade carefully using our trading bot, which you can find at the link in the description. And also be sure to subscribe to our Telegram channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give this video a like. If you have any questions, our support account is available to you around the clock, just right there, and the team will help you and answer all your questions. With that, I'll say goodbye for now. See you soon.